Hey, what's up? So, dealing with rejection, right? This is going to be like very contextualized, more necessarily towards like career and dream pursuit rather than dealing with rejection of a like relationship stuff. So, recently I received some news from the JET program that I applied for, and honestly, this is just me just needing an outlet to share because um, I received the news that I didn't make it into the interview process for the JET program, and a lot of stuff ran through my mind. I did a video that was just uncut that I uploaded onto my channel about that, and there might be some remnants of that interview in this video, but how I am processing it and how you process it and how you deal with rejection is two different ways. I mean, of course, no one can process anything initially the right way without having had some kind of experience with trauma that was just insane. That they can take something that's minuscule in comparison, even though that minuscule trauma could be like massive. What they had suffered prior was so much more demotivational that, well, this smaller thing is not that bad in comparison. So that's one way. That initial like dealing with it, that initial blow, it, it's hard to conceptualize. You know, when you're trying to deal with a trauma, and it's like, I've never had anything like this happen before in my life. What am I gonna do? Where do I go on from here? Um, those are like massive implications towards where you redirect yourself and like where you reposition yourself. So yeah, that when I got the news, a lot of stuff, like initially I couldn't take it in. So much stuff ran through my mind, and it wasn't that I wasn't like good enough, and it wasn't that I didn't try. And I categorized things. I went through a list. I won't go through that list, but I went through a list of things that I could have done, I should have done, things that were out of my control, that I was depending on others, and yeah, like and I'm still in a weird space right now where I'm trying to understand. And I thank God that there are some moments in life that happen that you don't get that closure. And I know I didn't say this was about like relationships, but like you're not always going to get closure. And sometimes you shouldn't even ask it, because the people who would try to tell you why don't know themselves, or they can't articulate it well, or they're lying. So trying to get closure from some people, just don't do it. So the next part, it's like the where do I go from here? And where do my plans lead now? Specifically with the JET program, or with well, it's not with the JET program. I guess that's it. That you want something so passionately in your life, and you've made a plan because it just looks the most prosperous and it's the most logical, and you just do that. But I guess what it seems that life isn't logical. Life, or the steps in life that you take towards your dream, or towards a dream, or towards a goal that you propose within your heart, it doesn't have to be logical. It's a pursuit, and you pursue it. And yeah, there are risks. There are risks when you pursue something that is illogical, because there is no basis for what you're doing to be done. So this is what, like, if you're going to college and whatever, and you're like, I don't know what I want to do with my life, or like you're trying to figure out the validity of what you're studying, well, know that if you're studying something if you're studying liberal arts, like gender studies or something, if you're studying gender studies, you need to know that there are only a few places where you can make money with gender studies, and that's possibly being a journalist, that's possibly writing a book, being an author, and that's possibly being a social media personality. Um, maybe there's a newscast that can require gender studies, or you could endeavor into becoming a professor in gender studies. The thing is, like, with all of those avenues, there are prerequisites to those things. And if you don't have the talents and the skills for those things to do, then it's illogical. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't do it or can't pursue your dream. It's just that there are the skills that you have to acquire, so that you can make that dream possible. Not that it's illogical that you shouldn't, it's illogical that no one has done it. So, right now, I'm trying to coordinate what to do now. So, right now, yeah, like I'm gonna finish my master's degree in teaching English to speakers of other languages. I'm gonna finish my master's degree um, by the end of March. I'm proud of myself. I finished a master's degree in less than a year. Like, I did that. Like it's insane. I should be doing my homework right now, but I did that. Um, I'm very proud of a lot of the things. Me and my wife, we've been together for 7, going on 8 years now. She's a professional in her field. Um, we've acquired a home, and it doubled in value. We've, I paid off one car. That's awesome. We were making arrangements to rent out this home so that while we were in the JET program, we would have some like incoming, the passive income, not the Grant Cardone douche, but like, getting income, just so that was there. So if I were to name the things that I want to do now, if I can find a job after this master's degree, that I can, yeah, I'll do my best. I'm going to try to find something in my field in teaching English to speakers of other languages. So I'm going to do that. Going to try. If not, I don't want to work in public schools. I'm sorry, not sorry, but the way kids are, I don't want to have to break up fights and risk my bodily safety with these kids. I don't want to have to deal with antagonistic parents who don't help their students at all. I don't want to have to deal with people who want me to be their students' parents. Like, no, your kids are your kids. They're not my kids. I don't need to be paid to care because I don't. Like, you can't pay me to be a parent. Because even in parenthood, you're not being paid to be a parent. So I don't want to be a kid's parent. That there's a blurred line with education that I am just with public school education. No, I'm done. I don't want that. I don't want I don't want to have to be your kid's motivational speaker. I don't want to have to be your kid. I want to teach your kid the thing that I'm trying to teach them, and I hope that will benefit them in their life. But like, let's draw the line. I don't want to have to be in active shooter situations. I don't like. This is. I don't know, man. So public school is kind of out of the question for me. I am. Me and my wife are thinking about having kids, so that's something that we're looking into. I don't share it. I try to share it a little. I don't share it often. My missionary plans. I do want to go to and share the gospel in other countries, and the thing that gets me with that is, it's not necessarily being self-sufficient, but being responsible. Like, if I can have some income coming into me while I can do this, share the gospel, I wouldn't have to belabor others. I wouldn't have to belabor a church or a ministerial organization. Like, I can just work. And like, yeah, do, share the gospel, but I can participate in my own compensation. So being a missionary, that's never off the table for me. That's something that was in my heart and that I do want to do. Um, so I guess that's the gray area that I'm in right now. Trying to figure out where do I go from here. In the prior video that I just uploaded about my Jet 23 results, I shared something that I would like you to check out. It's like midway into the video if you want to skip, where I just talk about others and what other people have to say and how that really does affect you. Like regardless of everyone who says no, don't think about the negative people. Like don't categorize your loved one as negative people. They might say negative things, but that's not fair to say. Are they always negative, or is what they are saying negative? But does it have some validity? Can you glean something from what they're saying? You can always glean something from what people are saying. And so if you want to get to know me better, check that out, where I just talk about the others and what they say, and you know, following a dream and the power of belief that you need. So, my name's Gazy. Thank you so much for watching my video. It was really nice. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it very much, and I comment on everybody. So, take care. Thanks.